As the seasons change, we remain introducing the Art for Change podcast gang. The intellectual Mr. Sapiosexual. That's all you gotta do, be you. Montana Cobain pulling up in the truck. And Lady Alba with the glamorous power touch. We stream live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Soul Food Sunday, Motion Monday, and Therapeutic Thursday. And some days in between, switch it. Subscribe and bell on so you don't miss it. But if you do, we on repeat on every major podcast application. Interviews galore and more. Y'all know the situation. So book your seat when we turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Yes, y'all. And we are live. What's going on, enthusiasts and change makers? Yes. It's another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Take Two Tuesday. I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host in the building.
You already know it's your boy to you, because that's all you gotta motherfucking do. And Lady Alba, hey, that's a good ass intro you made. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you got a perfect voice for that. I ain't gonna lie. But here we go.
We got our own MC. We got our own MC Light over here. Yeah. hey, Montana Cobain in the cut chilling, man.
Yes, sir. You know it.
Always. And we can't forget the queen of the show, Lady Alba.
That's right. 1 2 and 1 2 in the house. How y'all doing?
That's Montana right there, y'all. Look. My head covering them up. Hey, it look just like his dad too, don't it?
It looks just like
yeah.
It does.
The logo covering up BU. Hold on, let me move the logo around for y'all too. Let me show you something. Let's see, brother man. But in the meantime, in between time, while I'm playing around with the logos, how was y'all day, man? How was y'all weekend?
I had a good weekend, man. I went to LA to handle business. Also went to the Lakers game. I was pretty close. If you've seen it, you probably seen it, Mister.
Yeah. My boy was pretty close.
I seen that game winning shot by Luka. I was like, damn, I lost money.
He said, I lost money.
I was pissed the fuck off. But like it was so close that it didn't matter. So but yeah, I went to LA and hung out and did some business moves in LA, and I came back to work today, and obviously a lot of emails and everything. So but overall it was a great weekend.
Wait, how much did you lose? How much did you lose?
Like
dang, shit, all in your pockets, big you.
Yeah, I think I lost 5. Yeah.
Oh man, you made somebody's day.
Yeah, but I mean, I hit the day before that, so it's checks and balances.
It's checks and balances. Yeah, they give in the take, the yin and the yang.
There you go.
Montana
What about your weekend, Lady Alba?
Lady Alba.
Oh, Lady Alba been sick, nursing a cold. That my own remedies could not get it to subside. So I got really more concerned than like, okay, I think I need to get to my doctor. I called them to try to solicit them. Can you just send me some medication to the pharmacy? Like I'm giving my symptoms, kind of pushing my diagnosis on the nurse manager. She's like, Miss Lamb, you haven't been in here. You missed your last appointment. And matter of fact, December, you went all the way back to last year. I said, whoa, wait, come on. I'm just trying to get some medicine. So are you telling me I got to come in? So she said, yeah, you got to come in because we can't do that at this point like that. We haven't seen you in a minute. So I went in. See, I'm almost forgetting. I still got a little bit of brain fog. I went in today, this morning, got a good appointment for this morning and too late to diagnose what it could have been, flu or whatever virus, because it's a lot of them going around, I'm told. A lot of people getting sick, but I got some medication for my cough and the mucus to deal with that. Everything else
you got-
checked out fine. So,
You got some codeine over there?
Yeah, Cody.
Montana, let me tell you, I'm from a kid. I get a cold, this cough. I was diagnosed with acute bronchitis. So you could expect once or twice a year, I flare up that way. And I had the medicine with codeine in it. By the time I'm in junior high school, from my memory, I don't think it was, I was prescribed medicine with the codeine in it, the cough syrup, the scissor.
Oh, you got
And,
that lean.
Yeah, I had the original lean. And I used to be
Activist.
leaning in the class. Oh, there she go.
Oh, boy.
So
missed it.
that was some good medication. It would definitely numb you up, coat up, stop that coughing, because I get that itch in the throat. And I
Mhm.
can't scratch it, and it just makes me cough. And it's like coughing uncontrollably. So anyway, I'm still nursing. I didn't think I would be on tonight, but I said, you know what? I don't have to show my face. I'll just come on and jam with you guys.
Hey, man.
Looks like a good conversation.
Just say you missed us. That's all. Just say that. That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it is okay when I miss y'all. It's okay. Yeah. So I didn't want to miss y'all.
Cutting up
So I
there.
decided to pop on. Unseen but
respect it.
heard.
I respect it. I ain't mad at you. I'm in a good mood today. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Montana, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty decent, man. Did a lot of relaxing and stuff like that. I didn't really do too much. Just sat back and chilled, enjoyed my time off.
Right on. As you should. Yes,
What
sir.
about your Mister? What about your weekend?
My weekend was pretty chill. As typical, when I do my feeding, I kind of go live on TikTok. So I went live on TikTok. I was on live for a long ass time too, man. Like two hours sitting on there talking to the people, man. Interacting with my snakes, fed them on live. Sunday we got to kick back, chill, relax, clean up a little bit, do some laundry, and get some rest for this week ahead.
Okay, I see your numbers. Your numbers hitting with them snakes, boy. I see your numbers.
Yeah. Kind of sending BU the analytics. They kind of go crazy for these snakes, man. Typically, I've been seeing it. The last couple of shows I've been, it's been at least 1,000 people to come in and view the live at some point. Yeah.
Nice. So when you're talking to the people, is a lot of interactive that they're the ones that are live with you, watching your live. You're talking with those people. Nice.
Yes, ma'am. You know what? I would never claim to be an expert because I'm still learning so much. But it impresses me every time I get off live how much knowledge I do know to be able to convey to the people that's asking questions.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sound like you in the right seat then. You know what I'm saying? When it happens that way.
Yes, ma'am. I would definitely say I'm in the right seat, but I would also say it helps that people like nature and animals and shit like that. So I think I'm just physically just being there, and people are just really happy to see the animals.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it can be surprising sometimes the amount of people that you get to meet that have a love for animals. Yeah, because I get it having dogs, and when I'm coming out with them, just strangers, and it's not like they have a dog with them, but they admire my dog. Then I sometimes wind up getting a lot of history. So I have that. This happened to me. I'm like, what? To this lady in the store, I said, well, what do you do? She says, no, I just love animals. Oh, okay. Yeah.
They don't do that to my dog. I got a pit bull. That nigga, he looked me. He's nice though. They like walking up to that nigga.
Mhm. See, here in New York, they love the pit bulls, especially the what do I want to say? Southeast culture. A lot of the Latinos, because I'm probably saying that wrong, and forgive me, still have brain fog, but um, they love the pit bulls. And then you got a
Yeah,
good majority that don't like them because of the danger that has been depicted on them and the things that have happened. But they don't understand the pit bull or a dog, and knowing that it's all about how it's trained and how it's kept.
yeah,
But yeah, 'cause I get a lot of attention from the blue nose we have. So
yep. All right, what we talking about today, Mister? You
Sorry, y'all. I didn't know I was on mute. Today we are talking about relationships, ladies and gentlemen.
mm,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
all right. Relationship. We just spoke about relationship with animals. So are we talking about relationship with animals of the land? Or are we talking about
Not so much relationship with animals, more so
okay?
relationship with people,
All right.
romantic relationships and just personal relationships. I mean, because the questions that we have can be applied to both relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second so I can pull this up on my big screen and we will start answering some of these questions, man. Shouts out to BU. Yesterday, BU encouraged my bullshit.
I didn't mean. Hey, hold the fuck up, though.
Wait, let's
Don't call
hear
it
it. Let's hear it.
bullshit.
Let's hear it.
Not in a good way too. You know what I mean? It just shows that my brother really, you know what I'm saying, believe in what I'm doing. So you know what I'm saying. Shouts out to him for that. But yesterday we was in a bidding war
Mhm.
for a ball python.
Oh.
I'm constantly, remember I told you I have a certain projects and I wasn't finished buying until I got everything I needed for my projects. Well, I kind of deviated from my original projects after doing a little bit more research. I found out that some of the animals that I have, their coloration will begin to fade as they get older.
Oh.
So yes, ma'am. So I wanted to have something in my within my projects that would at least, you know, hold contrast into adulthood. So after doing further research, I decided to add another project into my projects. So I was doing the bells, which are the blue-eyed Lucy, the blue-eyed lutistics, which is a all-white snake with blue eyes. I am going to be breeding those in the future. I will be breeding some dreamsicles in the future, which is our lavender albinos. And then I will be breeding some true ghosts, which is our xanthic hypos. And then I will be breeding now some pastel desert ghost VPIs, which is visually white and black snake.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when they lose
And
their
go ahead.
when they lose their color, you said, so does it go like the shades
It
get
just kind of
lighter or it gets
yes,
dull
ma'am.
or
All right, just for an example, you know the
like
one that kind of
faded?
look like, you know, the one that kind of looks like the tiger stripe
Uh-huh.
that I have. She kind of look orange and black.
Yes.
Well, when she becomes an adult, she's going to be brown and black. You won't see that
Oh,
vibrant orange look she has.
okay. Do we
Yeah,
know
so for
why?
it's just the pigmentation phase as they get older.
Phase. Uh-huh.
Yes, man.
Uh-huh.
Certain genetics do. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And he been talking about this snake forever. He been talking about this snake. Then I called them, and I'm like, yeah, it's right after you called me, lady. I was at the airport actually,
Mm.
and I called them, and he like, damn, I'm in the bed more. I was like, you better get the motherfucking steak. You better get the motherfucking steak. You've been talking about this motherfucking steak for so long. You better get it. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he got it.
Okay.
Because he had an
Okay.
asshole dude who tried to outbid him. He got it though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Teamwork make the dream work. Shouts out to BU, man. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I
There
was
you
like,
go.
go
Yeah,
get that shit.
Because I'm gonna be all the way transparent. You know what I mean? I was bidding with them, and it got to where I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend more than this. I only wanted to spend this. Now it's getting, a little too rich for my blood. He could have it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And while I'm saying that, you know what I'm saying, BU was on the phone and
He
he's like,
called
no, fuck that. Bid on that shit. I seen it. Bid on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So,
Long story
it's
short,
good.
we got the snake.
Sure, we got the snake. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Get you some friends like BU.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I know. That's right.
You know,
When you gonna
get you-
when do we see the snake? How long?
So what we'll do is I'll pull up a screen here for you since we discussing it. I kind of figured I kind of know Lady Alva a little bit now. So it's almost
She
like
asked.
I anticipated her asking this question. You know what I'm saying? So I was
All
already
right.
in the background pulling this up for you, Lady Alva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at
So
that yellow and black one. All of them are pretty
man,
though.
listen. So look, that yellow and black one is amazing that you say that because that yellow and black one is a pastel desert ghost het VPI, and that's exactly what I purchased. But that's a baby.
Ooh.
That's a baby version. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what we purchased first. Show you what we purchased first.
Now everybody see the price. So hey, so
she's so silly. We'll be shipping next week on Wednesday. Cool. So this is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Nice.
This is a Desert Ghost pastel het VPI. So it's not a visual VPI, but it is a visual Desert Ghost and a visual pastel.
Okay.
And what y'all notice is this one is an adult.
Yeah, it's big.
He's a full-grown male. He is 1,300 grams. He was born in 22.
Okay.
Hey, and what that say? Sold. And who is sold to?
Yeah. He definitely sold. He out the market, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have. Yeah, he's beautiful. He's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, it says proven breeder, eats great, in good disposition, retirement sales. So we only got him because the man was retiring. This is the only reason why I even was able to get this type of steal on this animal. Okay. But I'm gonna go back to the page where you seen them big numbers and show you all of them is this animals that I purchased. That's why I'll say sold in the inbox.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought all my animals off this website.
Okay.
Yeah, this is really not so much for people who, I mean, if you want to buy it off here as a pet, but this is really for like the breeders. The breeders typically are on here. All right, and let me pull up what we trying to what the goal is. This is the goal. This is the goal. You see what we purchased, and this is what we're trying to turn. This is what we want. These are the results that we want. And as you see, some pastel desert ghosts go all the way for 7,000 without being a visual VPI.
Now, what does that mean?
When they
Visual
got
PI? Did you tell us that already, or if you did, what does that mean?
Oh,
They carry it, but they don't look like it.
So
Listen to
VPI
you getting all learned up.
So a VPI exanthic is a type of morph, just like the desert ghost is a type of morph, just like the pastel is a type of morph. So the significance of that animal is it's showing 3 different type of morphs visually whenever there's all showing. So right here is a pastel desert ghost clown exanthic VPI. So when you add clown into the project that I want to get into, you can see the price of how high they can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is what this is the visual of the animal that I am trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
The one for 9,000. I'm gonna click on it. It's gonna get
I
bigger.
love that fucking snake, bro. I love that snake. I want to buy it. I love that snake.
So right now I have a pastel desert ghost het VPI. This one is a pastel VPI desert ghost. So this is a visual VPI, and when you add the VPI into the project, it holds the black and the white better to make it look like a full black and white snake. And because they are so rare, and because you can only find 2 of them on the website, this is the price range.
That's crazy.
Woo! Yeah.
And that's one snake.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that's what I am trying to produce. I am trying to get to where I am producing those.
No,
and I won't sell it for 9,000. That's what I'm going to produce. Thank you. And I won't be selling them for quite 9,000. I'm a corner the market. Look, there's another one for 9,000. So that is the going rate for this snake.
Now, do these snakes, do you know where they come from? Do they all come from one continent, region, or country? Do they?
Well, all these are
various places.
All these are captive breds. See, the cheapest one you can find online is 6,000. All these are captive bred. That's a pastel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They all cook, and these are from different people. But this is the same
fire.
snake.
That was fire. That was fire too.
You know what I mean? And this is what I'm trying to produce, these right here. And then add more genetics into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's where we're going with our projects. That's why we bid it on it. And we only one step away now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we be doing. Yeah, we got some shit going. and my boy got them dogs going too. When he go home, he got them Frenchies. That's gonna be going for like 6, 7.
Pop.
And them Frenchies gonna be going for like 6, 7,000.
Oh, yeah, you got babies bacon.
They coming. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the fellas got some shit going in the background, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got some buyers already for the Frenchies?
Yeah, I mean, I just bought my dog in Walmart, and then hey, I want one.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
She's
it's
exotic.
The same.
She's rare. It's the same as his snakes. She's exotic, so everybody. I want one of those. Yeah. And my dog was $6,000, so it's gonna be around that price for these niggas.
Yeah, they get crazy.
Dog, look, the dogs gotta be niggas too.
Everybody a nigga.
Everybody.
Even if you ain't a nigga, you're a nigga.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's NIGGA, man. It's endearment.
Yeah, not
if I call you a nigga, I'll fuck with you. It's depends.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Now it's the significance behind the nigga. It's how we say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's like nigga, that ain't a good nigga.
I done heard all the I heard a lot of philosophies and the core philosophy of why y'all use that, but I never agree with it.
I mean, I
That's
respect
just
it,
me.
but
Yeah.
certain people take a term that was used to belittle us and to and make us feel infuriated, and we turned that to a term of endearment. So I think it just
See,
depends on. Go ahead.
well, no, you finish. You think it just depends on, pardon me, you finish.
Yes, ma'am. Because I won't speak over you. I feel like it just depends on your perspective.
Yes.
A lot of a lot of older men feel like they fought for people not to use that word, especially ourselves. But like we switched it too, you know what I mean? Because it was the hard R, So I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is with grammar, when one letter is removed or added, the word is changed. Correct. So why
Yes.
when we removed two letters of the word and switched it with another letter, it's still considered the same word. I don't get that.
Yeah. Well, because it's close in relation, and that word derived from that word with the R at the end. It's a
I
derivative
respect
of
it.
that. So that's why. But my thing is, when you have something or a word that is used to defame a person or people's a culture, just throw it away. I don't need it to rephrase it, reframe it. I throw it away, and I leave it right there with them people that started it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
To
Let
each
me
his
ask you
own, though.
this.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
yeah.
this real quick. Let's make this quick so we can start.
I'm about to
Let me
say,
ask you
boy,
this.
it's been 30 minutes, but we ain't got no questions
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah. Let's get started. But like, they gave us scraps of food and we made chitlins out of it. We made
You know what I
oxtails
mean?
and everything. But
Yeah.
you eat that shit.
Well, that's
Yeah.
nourishing. That's nourishing. That's
Hey,
nourishing. That I don't see, it's different. That's a nourishing thing for
it's
the
the same
body,
thing. Just it's
which the
just with
body
letters.
needs some of those nutrients and things that's in those food items. The body
We need to
actually
say
needs
nigga.
it.
All right, let's
Why?
move on. Let's get it. Nah, let's move on. Let's get started.
All right. We were saying we was going to talk about
You got all
relationships, man,
animated.
and some of these questions can be related to personal and or romantic relationships. So we're going to jump to some of the questions. It says, what is the key difference between having a partner being in a relationship where one person typically pays for everything?
Um, I think when one person pays for everything, um, that person, rather man or woman, because women have power, a lot of power too as well. They feel like they own you, or they can feel like some don't actually, but they can feel like they own you. So you got to do what the fuck I say. I'm paying all these motherfucking bills. Hey, hey, you gonna do what I say, stuff like that. And then and it's different when it's what they call it 50-50. And honestly, I don't think no relationship is 50-50. I don't care what anybody say. I don't think no relationship is 50-50. But I believe in the man. It actually is leaning more towards the man. The man feels like he has more power over a woman if he's paying for everything. And he's the man. He leads. He leads. So he feels like it's him, which I'm not saying it's right, but it's a feeling. So I'm about to stir up. I'm about to stir up some shit tonight.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Yeah, I'm about
I got a rebuttal for that. Before I move on to past the question,
yeah.
um, I think that I my only challenge to what you're saying is you said it was mostly men, and I would challenge to say that it's anybody with money.
I would
When a
say that.
woman is making them,
mhm.
when a woman is making the money in a relationship, She feels like she has the upper hand. She feel like she's the man. She feel like she get to make the calls. You know what I mean? She feel like she can
That's what I
talk
said
to
to
you.
man.
She feel like she can talk to you any kind of way. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that that applies to everybody. I'm just speaking in general. You know, so if it don't apply, don't get offended.
Yes,
If the shoe
I
doesn't
agree with
fit,
that too.
doesn't don't wear it.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
agree with that too. Yeah,
Go ahead,
Well,
lady.
lady,
I
I
I'm
got
would.
feeling like you
this
had
for
something.
y'all. Yes, indeed. My answer to that question is I'm good. Me personally, he paying for everything. I'm good. I'm sitting pretty and lovely. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, I don't want to, let's say, even if I was in in a relationship and I'm making more money than my male partner, I don't want to take care of no man like that. Because it's just um ethically wrong. It's just ethically wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? If anything, I'm thinking about Wendy Williams. No, you got to give him a job. He got to get a position or something so he can earn and do that for himself. But if he doesn't have a position, but if he whatever money, I'm not going to treat him and want to pay for everything. No, 'cause it's just ethically and morally wrong. It does something to us, which you guys have pointed out. It can make a woman start to power trip with a man in that way, and you don't want to do that. You know, and even if a woman doesn't power trip, a man will feel less than in some kind of way. He might not tell you that right away. He might not tell you at all. You know what I'm saying? He might act it out in ways that's not healthy for the relationship. So I personally would like to stay away from that. But I see it definitely. If I'm being taken care of in a sense that way, I'm good. I just make sure I balance the relationship out in the parts where I'm supposed to, being the lady in the relationship as best as I can. That's it.
I like that.
Hmm.
I like how you ended it. I kind of didn't like how you came in because you came in sounding like you came in sounding like you wouldn't take care of a man in the essence that you needed to. And I
Nah,
feel
nah, nah. He ain't gonna because money don't make the relationship is the two people that make the relationship. How we get along, how we are friends, how we love on one another. You know, the money is the extra thing as far as everybody need money to survive, you
right.
know. But yeah, no, I wouldn't do that, mister. But you had wait
Okay.
for it until you get it.
Respect, respect. Montana, man, what is your perspective, man? It says, what are the key differences between having a partner and being in a relationship where one person is typically paying for everything?
Um, that the key differences, man, is that can go one of so many ways. Um, it can go good, it can go bad. It could turn the man into feeling man and woman. It could turn them into feeling like they're dominant. I pay for everything, so you're gonna do what the fuck I say, or you can get the fuck out. It could turn it could turn a man into an ain't shit ass dude. It could turn a woman into a leech. Because like when one person pays for everything, you kind of enable a person sometimes. And it's like, well, I don't need to get a job. I don't need to have my own money. My man to take care of this, or my woman gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of enable a person sometimes when you sit there and pay for everything because it's like, well, I don't gotta go do it because my man gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like there's nothing wrong with a man, what I'm saying, paying all the bills, but it can lead to some problems. It can lead to um, you know, him questioning, well, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Or what do you bring to the table? And vice versa. So it's good and bad that comes with that paying for everything and shit because what you don't want is to pay for everything and then after a while it's like, well damn, all my money is gone because I'm paying for everything. I'm not talking about somebody who's just rolling in dough. We're talking about the everyday motherfucker. I'm talking about the everyday motherfucker.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, that can go one of so many ways. It can go good and it can go bad.
Yeah, because I know some people, hey, they can be like, hey, or a woman, hey, I pay all this shit. I do what I want.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
just like that.
no, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
those things are true. But I'm answering the question without the belly of the beast that can develop in a human being. You know, you take care of your loved ones,
Of course.
whether it's
But
money
you
there or not. You know what I'm saying? And
but you can't
definitely,
ignore the belly of the beast though.
no, you can't. You can't. But it doesn't. I don't think it creates that. That can happen anyway, and it's from other circumstance. If somebody got the belly of the beast in them, you know. When I say I'm good, I'm good. That's I'm thinking in turn to be a little sarcastic. That's my buddy butterball. So I'm a love on my butterball. You know what I'm saying? My butterball
Hmm.
loving on me like that. I'm loving back on my butterball and I'm protecting my butterball and I'm doing things also. Maybe I can get into things will probably mean if that knowing me, I would get into other things, creative or build something. It's so much more that you can do. We're not talking about just sitting back, getting taken care of. And I said it that way. I'm a sit and look pretty, of course, but that's not all I'm doing. A whole multi things to be doing, you know.
That's
Hmm.
All right,
true.
man.
But everybody don't think like that.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
AB
You
done
know,
stepped in the
we
building.
we
What's going on, AB?
we penetrating thoughts into the peoples.
What's
hey
up,
Boogie
y'all?
with no hoodie.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
What's
hey,
happening?
AB.
What's
What's
going
happening? What's
on?
happening? So,
But
so
not
the
like that.
question, so one of
Oh,
the
go
first questions
ahead.
that my bad, brother. Go ahead, go ahead. What you have, Montana?
No, I was just saying, like, it's like, that may be true, but at the end of the day, like, I don't want to handicap nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may frown upon my household, the way I run things. Like me, I take care of majority of everything. You know what I'm saying? I take care of 90% of the bills. But in my household, there is one bill that she's gonna pay just to give her a sense of responsibility and a sense of saving money and a sense of I'm just not gonna be the only one paying for everything around this motherfucker. Because what if I were to fall off tomorrow? What
Hmm.
if I were to get hurt and I can't go to work? You know what I'm saying? And you done got so comfortable with me taking care of everything. Now you walk around here looking stupid, not knowing what to do. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I use that as a teaching lesson. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I always tell my old lady, look, man, something whatever happened to me, you need to know how to survive for not only yourself but these 3 kids that we got.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
To me, what you just said, it makes me think that when you say it that way, teaching lesson and she gonna pay one of the bills, you're gonna have it as a lesson. Like that's not your child. That's your adult partner, your spouse. So I disagree on that level like that. We not gonna do that. We gonna know our roles in a relationship and what they are without the money. When the money come or if the money's there, we gonna know our roles still. Period.
I
I
mean,
like
that's true. You can disagree with it, but at the end of the day, it is a lesson. It's called responsibility because a lot of people in this world don't know responsibility, or they
that's
was
another
grown
thing.
up, or they was raised by parents who just took care of everything. So
Well,
you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So as an adult, they don't know how to pay bills. They don't know how to manage money.
Right.
They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. So it's still a lesson in a sense because if I'm sitting here just taking care of everything and something go wrong or I die or whatever the hell, Lord forbid, you know what I'm saying? Now you're looking like boo boo the fool, or they doing like most of these women and men. I ain't gonna just
Mhm.
single out to women, but they just looking for the next Joe to come through and take care of everything, pay for everything.
Yeah.
And that's
I
not how
lo-
the world should operate.
I learned something over life and I'm not to teach no man things like that. So if he doesn't have a certain set of skills, then he's not the man for me. Cause I'm not teaching him. and I'm not going to mother him or parent him and give him examples to get that to him. It's not for me to do that. And I feel the same opposite for a man with a woman. We're not to do that. That just means that's not the one you're not supposed to be yoked with.
See,
Lady,
now that,
hey,
now
Lady
that's
Albert,
hold
are you
on,
single?
hold on, before you start. See, now that's my problem with women because it's so easy for a man to court a woman and build her up and help her and teach her things of the world and give her guidance and give her game. But a woman don't want to do that with a man though.
No. I'm not saying, look, in relation, when you share a relation, you grow together. So you're learning together, you're teaching each other about yourselves, each other individually. And then you're
Hmm.
teaching each other whatever perspective or worldviews you gain or have in this life you're living. You know, it's a balance always in that. What I'm saying is I'm not going to teach that. If you didn't know how to be responsible, how to make money or pay bills, I'm not teaching you that.
But why
And
not?
definitely not now,
But
because
why
I'm
not?
I'm too well seasoned for that. I if it's a guy in my life, I'm not gonna be teaching them how to pay bills. Like, dude, what happened? I don't
Ay,
know.
ay, ay.
I could be your friend, but I don't think we can be in no intimate relationship. That's what I'm talking about.
I think a lot of this. I think a lot of that comes from like, and I agree with you, Lady Ava, because you know there's certain skill sets that people should possess throughout their
Mhm.
course of life, right? But
Mhm.
Right.
I feel like some people, like what Montana was saying, like some people don't have these skill sets or want to obtain these skill sets, and that's something that we, as anybody in a relationship, like any relationship that's forming, especially in its early stages, like that, it's something that you don't know because people talk a lot. They talk a tough game,
Facts. That's a fact.
and
That's a fact.
they say, oh, I want to do this, or I do this, or I'm like this. But as you start getting into this relationship and you listen to these things and you actually see what their actions are doing, like what they're doing with like how they're carrying themselves, you're like, this ain't really but this ain't aligning with what you told me.
Yeah.
So I don't
Hmm.
think it's I
But
don't
then
think
you already fell for the person.
it's right as a man, as a provider, and as a head of a household. You want to bring everybody up, whether it's your kids or your woman, to a certain level of standard in the way that you understand the world.
Yes.
And I think that works vice versa. Is that you guys need to have a partnership to make that to make that work.
Right. And
Yes.
that's where you have to pick your apple properly. Because just what you said, to understand to get to understand the world the way you see the world, you got to pick your apples properly.
But it's always a wolf in sheep's clothing, though.
Yeah,
You
Always.
well,
really
you don't have to
don't.
keep the
Yeah.
wolf. When the wolf
But
show
you,
up, say bye.
I mean, but you really don't know. You
The
really
thing,
won't know until things get gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You could be you could be years in a relationship. You could be months, years in a relationship before, you know what I'm saying, people start showing
their true
I,
colors.
true
I
colors.
can say that's true. And again, when I use the word season, so or when I said over life, I've learned because I did a lot of that younger me, younger me, right? But now,
Hmm.
after having that experience or those experiences, now I know what I'm not going to do because I'm not even equipped to be able to deal with it properly. So when I see, so I look deeply and see signs, and you can tell. You can tell. Some people, okay, nope. I have certain key things. One for sure, and excuse me, y'all men, because I know y'all have used this word, but when I'm talking to a man and it has happened, a man is speaking to me as if he's liking something about me, and then he starts sharing his pieces of life, and all of a sudden women become bitches and it's over and over again. I don't say nothing, but I already said to myself, oh no, that's not going to work. Because if he can say that about women, I'm a woman. What makes me different? That's not going to work with me. So I just listen. And when it get down to it, oh, so you think I can get, no, I don't think so. Well, why not? Nah. I make up something. Or sometimes I be honest and tell them why.
Mister, what's
Yes,
your
sir.
answer to that?
So BU, I mean not BU, but AB. The question was, man, what are the key differences between having a partner and being in a relationship with a person who pays for everything? So, I answer it, and you can go. For me, I think the key difference is whenever you are in a relationship where one person is providing all the financial security, what happens is the other person at some point in that relationship, oftentimes, if they don't have their own ambitions and goals, they become stagnant in life and they become codependent and relying on that person. And the issue with that is we don't live forever. The issue with that is everything is anything can happen. Um, if the person that is the sole provider for a family income was to get in a car accident and don't make it home that day, what is that family going to do if you don't have something set up for them? If the male or female don't have the know-how to provide for the family, or is not doing something to actually have a supplemental income coming in, I think that it is a supreme hindrance so to the further development of that relationship or that family, especially if it's the male being the core provider and the house and the head of his household, and now he's no longer there, and the woman was not equipped or didn't have the ability to withstand on her own. That would
See,
be a very supreme hindrance to that relationship, to her life and to her children's life if they was to have any. Now on the flip side of that, because we're speaking on two spectrums, on the flip
mhm,
side of that, whenever there is two incomes, even if one income is the main support taking care of the main bills, as long as she has something going on, she is
right.
stimulating some type of income on her own. If now we put that in the same scenario, the dad get in a car accident, he's out of work for 6 months, or he don't come home, the family is still able to withstand. She's still already working. She may have to just pull a few hours, take more shifts. She don't have to go find a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before she
Right.
get income coming in, she already has income coming in. She already has ambition. She already has that goal and that drive. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
feel like in any relationship, two parties with that is doing better than one. You know what I'm saying? That's it's going to always be more self-sufficient. We may get to that vacation with just one income, but it may take a lot longer. What we can do in a year, we can do in 6 months with two people.
Mhm,
What we can do, what I got to do, it takes me a month to do. I can do it in 2 weeks with
mhm,
another person. You know what I mean? I may can
right.
install this car and put this engine in by myself, but you give me an extra hand. We had this bitch done today, and see that's the
Mhm,
significance of having that in a relationship as well.
right. So can I say what I'm hearing is basically how you cut the cookie. If the man is making the majority of the money or all the money, it's not talking about a woman sitting home and not doing anything. You take and get what do you want to do? What do you like to do? What do you dream about doing? Maybe, invest in something, open up a store, do something which adds to the pot that money that he's providing. Now you're feeding it for it to grow more by using it for something that you can do. So it's just how you cut the cookie. And if any woman is hearing this and saying, "Oh, like I'm gonna just stay home and do nothing," like, well, that's a sad story.
Yeah, I think I think from my perspective and the question, like I've been the person that's been the sole provider, right? Um, Making sure all bills can be paid and stuff like that. I never felt like I had complete power, but I felt like I did have my say so and my guidance towards what's the bigger plan for a relationship, right? Like I how can I say this? God dang. Um without sounding crazy. uh, I would say like a partner, like I would say like looking for a partner versus, whether you pay for everything or not, the partner is supposed to add some type of value, right? So like, even if my significant other wanted to work or whatever the case may be, we got kids at home, for instance, right? If paying for daycare is more expensive than the income that she's making, then that logically doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And so like, whether you want to be the sole provider or not, but you have to do what's best for the family, right? If we're going to save more money while you staying at home, doing your part in this partnership, taking care of the kids while I go get the bread and bringing it back home, that to me is still contributing. That's adding value to us, right?
Let me add in, AB, that is a job.
Exactly.
A woman who's a homemaker, that is a job.
So I think the partnership thing is, it doesn't matter who makes the money, but it matters the grander scheme of things. Like, what do you guys plan on doing? Like, what is it that you plan on doing as a collective to kind of make you guys' life better? Because everybody wants somebody in their life to make their lives easier. It's just that the problem I think that we run into now, right? Everybody wants a partner, but you want your partner to make your life easier, not harder. You know what I'm saying? And if you are a person that's taking care of all the bills, and your partner is like, nah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to take care of the kids all day. That just caused conflict, because you're like, okay, well, baby, like, we're going to spend more money for you going to work rather than, you helping our community grow, teaching our kids the things that we want to instill in our kids, for the next generation or whatever the case may be. So I think it's a good trade-off. You got to have that good trade-off. Like, partnership is not about who brings in the bread. Partnership is about, can you understand what I do to bring in the bread? Or can you understand what it takes to make this family get to whatever next level or whatever goals or dreams y'all got set aside?
You want to read that last statement?
I like it. Yeah, I hope somebody read it. I like it.
Okay. So we got a point that said that I agree that no one should carry the financial weight, that it should be a partnership and understanding. So no one feel used or visibly or only visibly seen when they are needed. You know what I'm saying? And then we got another comment from Lowdown that says men should be providers or just stay single.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that one.
Come on now.
I disagree with that. Whoever's in a better spot, that's where it is. Like,
I think
we hit for each other. I disagree with.
I agree that all men should be providers. I'm not sure to add on the last or just stay single to, but all men should be providers because you're born that way. It's
and you actually just said it the right way, or just say single. Yeah, because I didn't have shit when I met Yesenia. I had nothing, and I was not a provider. But then I met her, and I was not single. But she pushed me to the point where now I do.
There we go.
She pushed me to that point.
Yeah.
She pushed me to that point. Now I'm the provider, and I take care of every fucking thing. So.
Well, Lady Albert said she ain't going for it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, we're not saying you said it.
No, Cobain is saying I said it. I didn't say that, Cobain. Montana is some misunderstanding. I didn't say that because
all right, let me finish. Hold up. All right, so but yeah, she pushed me to the point where it's like I gotta get my shit together. Like I gotta, I ain't have shit. She had more than me when I met her, actually. So I don't agree with the just stay single part because men need women and women need men.
Right.
So,
Montana, I started out and said, in my case, I'm saying my answer is I'm good because he's providing. I'm good. I think it's awesome when a man knows how to provide and is willing to do it. Understands that role about him. It's a beautiful thing.
I don't
Right,
think that
but
it's not a beautiful thing, and was one of them men that took pride in doing 100%. But in those relationships, actually being actively in those relationships, you find out that it's unfunctional. You find out that you end up being burnt out on both ends. You find out that you become unappreciated. You know what I mean? And you feel devalued. And then, you know what I'm saying? In that, you know what I'm saying? There is no growth. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, why would you be with somebody that isn't coachable on both ends of the spectrum? Why would you want to be with a woman that is not coachable? Why would you want to be with a man that is not coachable? So if I can't learn nothing from you, and if I can't teach you nothing, what are we doing? How are we growing? So I disagree with the notion that that somebody should already come with everything all the way together. I don't think that's a perfect person. So I disagree with the notion that she should come and have everything filled out, and I disagree with the notion that he should come and have everything filled out or stay single. That's
Okay, well, it was not said that they should have everything. They should have certain skill sets. So let me take y'all back historical grounds. Okay, women were not working. Men led, they provided, and these women were strong Black women behind them, the backbone of them, and it worked. It worked. They also foundationally, we took evolution has changed how humans are now. It's a lot disgraced, but we used to bring our boyfriend or girlfriend home for the elders to meet so they can have a judgment on this person, whether or not this person has enough skill set that is right for you or for their child, their young, and they told it. If not, that no, they don't have enough skill set. It's not everything. Because we do know once you have a core skill sets, man or woman, and two people come together, you should flourish beautifully from those individual core skill sets that you have.
But my rebuttal to that is everybody might not be where they need to be in life at that point in time when you take them home. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that they're not a provider. You know what I'm saying? Just cause bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking hypothetically here. Just cause bro might be working at McDonald's at the moment. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he's not a Fortune 500 man. That doesn't mean he's not somebody that can go out here and provide for the family. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It doesn't mean that because you
Based
can
off of
build a
somebody
heck of a
else's
career off of
opinion,
working at McDonald's.
but based off of somebody else's opinion, they may feel like he's not a provider because he works in fast food. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And they don't know
see,
everybody's story. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to the next question, man, because we
Yeah,
spent too
let's
much
move.
time on one question.
We gonna move on to the next
y'all
question.
bringing in a lot of curveballs on a question that's just simple. It can work.
Nobody's disagreeing to the fact that we're the question is the key difference between being someone who pays for everything and having a partnership where there's some balance in there. That's all that the question was. So nobody threw curveballs. Right. I think everybody was just saying how nowadays in this era, it is very beneficial to have a two-party income. And that's all every man is saying. I don't think no man on this panel is saying that they don't want to be the head provider for their family, because every man on this panel is. So that's not what the men are saying. You know what I mean? The men are saying it is appreciated.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
No, I'm not talking over you. I was just. I'm not talking over you. I'm listening.
That's cool.
I got little coughs going on and stuff. So, excuse me.
All right, moving on. Next question is: how does financial imbalance in relationship affect the dynamic between partners?
Y'all done said it all. Y'all done answered it all.
Hit that.
But here's my answer to that question, because I'm staying on the optimistic side of all these things.
Okay.
I don't think about, I think about it, but I'm not going to give a good answer based upon a negative thing that's in people, because we all know what people do negatively.
Right.
How does financial imbalances in a relationship affect the dynamics between partners?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't affect it at all.
Right. Absolutely.
That's my answer.
I agree with that.
I definitely agree with that. Yes.
Yeah,
Number
because
three is go ahead, go ahead,
I'm about to say
Montana.
that's real. Because no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? When I chose you to date you, I didn't date you because of how much
What
money
you
you're
had.
making
There
or
you
what you
go.
have. You know what I'm saying? I
There you
dated
go.
you because of you. But if you're a
Mm,
bum, that's a different story.
that's a different story.
But who picked the bum?
We just sat right here and said you don't know who people really are until
until you
months
know
and
who they
years
are.
until you know who they are, bro. Like AB said, everybody talks a good game. You know what I'm
Everybody.
saying?
Yes.
So you can be blinded. You know what I'm saying? Love is blind. Eve made that song. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So you could be blinded by love. You could be blinded by looks. You could be blinded by the talk game. It could be a number of things you may be blinded by, but you constantly see these red flags as time goes on. Like BU likes to say, you gotta go through it to grow through it. So you have to go through
Yeah.
some shit to find out that okay, this motherfucker ain't hitting on nothing. I can't depend on this person for shit. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on. But yeah, we could continue.
Let's get it.
What we at question 4?
I love the feedback from my panel, man. It says, can love truly flourish? Lady Alva, put your phone on mute. Um, can love truly flourish in a relationship where one party feels obligated to cover all expenses? Y'all think relationships?
I think we. Well,
Yeah,
you
we
said
covered
what?
that too.
We covered that too. We covered that.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
can,
it
but
can.
yeah, it definitely can because as a man, I think one of the key core differences is that men, from a man's perspective, we don't really care what you have. You know that famous question people always ask, what can you bring to the table? Finances is never really one of those things that men really look for,
Nope.
right? Yeah, maybe you might make a couple dollars or something like that, but what you bring to the table has nothing to do with money because
Nope.
a real man is going to want to be a provider, right?
Facts.
He's going to want to go out there, get some money, and and I think BU said it.
Yeah.
He said it based on his past experiences. He was saying when we met his lady, he didn't really have nothing, but she pushed him. That added
Mm-hmm.
value that she gave him to become the
Facts.
man that he is today, that speaks volumes. Not
Yeah.
a lot of, and I don't think a lot of partners really understand what that even means and what kind of sacrifices that he had to make and she had to make to even make that a reality. So I don't think that it interferes with the dynamics of love in the relationship, whether one person pays for everything or not.
I will say this though. I will say this. I don't know too many women, and in the only relationship that I've ever been in where I had to rely on a woman for a longer period of time than I would have liked it to. You know what I'm saying? That it's like as soon as I lost my job, the 3 weeks that I was out of work, we that relationship ended. So like my only experience is my only perspective can be from my personal experience, correct? All of us, right? So from my
Mm-hmm.
personal experience, women don't do well when when the financial burden is all on them.
Yep.
I want to say first, pardon me.
I was about to
Lady
say,
Alva
hey, here we go,
has
Lady Alva.
Lady Alva has a cold. I've been nursing, and I did mute, but it seemed to be delayed because I saw it, so I was like covering my mic, like, oh my goodness. So pardon me for that, but y'all will see I'll go on mute often because I have this chronic cough that flares. But to this question, I think it can flourish. The key word in here is feels obligated. If someone feels obligated by their own choice, it should definitely work. not the feel of obligated because you're pressured or you're expected to, or you're just left in that position without any help. But if you're choosing that obligation, it should work because you have to accept what you choose.
I respect that. I respect that. It says, how can couples effectively communicate about financial expectations without causing conflict? What's your idea about that?
Talking to a person, not at a person. You gotta talk to them and not at them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, speaking from personal experiences myself and experiences of conversations I've had with other male figures, you know, women feel like, you know, when you get to talking to them about finances and stuff like that, they feel like you're belittling them, or they feel like you're how can I say this, dropping your nuts on their head. But it's like, hey, you know, when you trying to explain to them that, hey, I gotta pay XYZ, so we not gonna just blow A, B, and C on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or I give you a prime example. Like for me, my job that I work now, the summertime is the slow season. So the finances that I have coming in, they begin to trickle a little bit, you know, during the summertime, and then it picks back up when school starts back in. You know what I'm saying? So I try to message like, hey, you know, I might be like, hey, you know, summertime coming up, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stack this bread so you can pick up where I might be lacking or I might slack off at. And instead of, you know what I'm saying, I might not say it in a manner of you got to or you have to or none of that. You know what I'm saying? The answer back to me was okay. You know what I'm saying? Versus, hey, well, I ain't gonna have no bread, so you need to come up with something. It's all about how you approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Just to piggyback off that, being just being transparent, which is pretty much what Montana said. Just being transparent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hey, shit about to get real. Hey,
Exactly.
I've been paying. Hey, hold on. I've been paying all this shit. You know, you working, so you got to have something saved. So you know, it's a team. It's teamwork, but it's about being transparent.
Yeah. Even if the other person doesn't, I think one of the most effective ways of communicating, especially when it comes to financials, right, is one, being open, right, and establishing. I think as a man and as a leader of your household, you should be able to build a roadmap.
Yeah.
And when I say roadmap,
nice
financial roadmap, I should be able to not dictate, but explain, like put on a whiteboard exactly what the next few months are going to look like. Like Montana was saying, I know that these months are going to be slow. Either we're going to have to do one or two things. We're going to have to make some more money. That means somebody's going to have to get some more extra income, or we're going to have to find out a way to get some extra income, or we're going to have to cut back on our expenses.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. So like that's a plan. That's literally saying we understand, like we understand what these next few months are going to look like potentially, right? I mean, not necessarily everything goes
as planned, right?
As planned, but you should be able to have those conversations. So one of the ways that I communicate effectively in a relationship, especially when it comes to finance, is I like to put it on a board. I have a whiteboard.
No, that's good. It's good, but I find the humor in it. Like here come Daddy, or here come AB with the whiteboard. Oh boy, everybody have a seat.
For real. Like I have a whole whiteboard. Like
nice.
my finances are planned out for months in advance. You know what I'm saying? Money is already allocated. The money that I haven't even made yet, but it gives me a clear picture. If things come up, okay, well, maybe we got to move some stuff around. Maybe we got to shift some stuff around. But at the same time, there's a goal, right? There's an end goal. Like, and I always say, like, couples should always have a planning session, right? Like, if you with a partner, you should have a planning session, whether you're paying all the bills,
Right.
whether y'all splitting it 50-50 or whatever kind of agreement that y'all got going on. This is the plan for the year, because we have a goal of where we want to get to by the end of this year, right? Like,
Yes.
our goal is this, and this is how we're going to get there, right? And we can plan that out together. Now, I might come with the foundation or the base, right, as an idea, but as a partnership, you should be planning that stuff out, right?
Yes.
It shouldn't be all these hidden unknowns. You should. I feel like at this particular stage, and I'm 36 years old.
Damn.
So I'm old, dig it.
You are not old, AB. That is not old.
Niggas on some damn
But
nigga, I'm 36, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? At this particular stage, I feel like everybody should have everybody should understand what the goals is. And if you're actually a partner, like, okay, well, baby, look, I might not have money coming in right now, but I can cut back. Let me cut back here to help us out, right? Like, and that should be a thing that a partner wants to do to see the flourish, to see the family flourish, right? Because men do it all the time. Like, people do it all the time, right? Oh shit, well, I might have to, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the case may be, whether you like to buy clothes every month or a new pair of shoes every month, you know, it's slow right now, so we're not gonna buy shoes every month. You know what I'm saying? We might have to put that on hold for a little bit in order for us to kind of make our family whole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get the things that we want to get. So I think that
Right.
effectively communicating that, and I like to draw things out on the whiteboard so then everybody has a clear visual picture, because I'm a visual learner and not everybody's like that. But for me, writing it down, understanding the concepts, and understanding what the goal is valuable in any relationship or partnership.
There
Right.
you go.
I agree.
It-
I agree with
There
that.
you
Yeah.
go.
I do too. AB, it's well said. I like how you put
Well
that together.
Well said.
What you did was you came from a place of effective thought processing, not frustration or not lack thereof. Even in a situation, say your wife is not or hasn't been working, now all of a sudden, oh, I need you to get a job. You know, that frustration. Well, and then it goes into, you ain't been working all this months. I've been doing. No. It's just effective thought processing and planning. A lot of people today, in our communities, they live day to day and by getting is what they want to get. They don't plan, you know.
Yeah.
And also what I heard, you made me think of, welcome to the construction, the hard hat worker who is guaranteed at a certain time of the year to be out of work. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's in the union. Most time the union guys or gals today, they're going to still be working on the job. But the laborers and stuff, they're going to be laid off. You know, so you have to prepare, like what you said, for that season. We know when the season come, work is going to be low. When the winter come, it's not going to be that much work. So we got to plan. Another quick scenario experience that I personally experienced with my daughter, my oldest, and when she got by this time they only had one child, her and her husband, but then found out she was pregnant with the second. But they were here in New York. I'm still living up in the Poconos. And as I talked to them periodically, every day for dinner, they were eating hot dogs. So I said, how many days? Why y'all eating so much? That's how they sacrificed their financial standing. And it was a lot of chicken. To this day, her husband, well, he don't like chicken much. But I found it made my heart feel joy, because I heard my daughter and her husband, this younger couple, not being frustrated and complaining. They were laughing and okay with it. Yeah, this is what we're doing right now. This is what it is. Yeah, so it just takes that type of mindset and planning.
Yeah. All right, Mister.
Definitely agree. Everybody said answers that I could definitely agree with. So I don't want to have to say the same thing
Yeah.
everybody else say. Key part of that is transparency.
Yeah.
Transparency is very important for effective communication, especially when dealing with finances. Absolutely. Moving right along. Ooh.
Mhm.
I already know what you're about to do.
when one person is seeking help to struggle to follow instructions, how can the other partner best support them? Me and AB was having this conversation earlier.
So
Um,
y'all answer
so,
early. You answer
so,
first.
so no, well, so what we were saying was sometimes we found it to be very difficult to maintain a healthy, balanced relationship dealing with someone who doesn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Hey, Lady Alvin, cover your ears.
Yeah.
Take your
Mm-hmm.
headphones off.
Hey B, you
Can't
wanna
even
you
get
wanna
out.
you wanna you wanna touch on that, brother?
Yeah, no. So yeah, this question is very it's interesting because um as so this goes into like women submitting to their man completely, right? Like I feel like
Mm.
I feel like in relationships, especially if you're seeking guidance in that relationship, like if I was to go to my partner and let's just say she's a nurse, right? And she was to be like, baby, you need to put some peroxide on that wound. Why would I argue with her and not put peroxide on my room?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like she holds the expertise in that particular area, and I think we can leverage those. And I think that a relationship, especially if y'all getting together and somebody is like, I need help with XYZ, or I need in the realm of finances, I don't know how to really budget.
Right.
If your partner, your supposed to be partner, is giving you these words of advice, and we're sitting down doing our planning period, planning out what the next couple of months are going to look like, and we create this plan together, I think that everybody should follow the plan. And you know, a lot of people think that's like me saying this is what the hard facts are. This is what you're gonna do. But we sat down, we made the plan together, right? So like, I don't want to necessarily know about what my spouse got going on her financial situation from a personal standpoint, but from a family oriented, like we're trying to build something together standpoint, we need to have these rules. I mean, we need to have these things established where we understand where the money goes, and effectively plan our future together. Because if one person seeks guidance and doesn't take those instructions that they get from their supposed man of the household or lady of the household or whoever's more skilled in that particular area, whether it's skill or not, you guys need to, I feel like everybody should understand those type of things, right? And everybody should try to, I guess, grow to like help each other out.
I like that you use the word submit, wives. It's a very important word. A lot of women have fallen away from that word. They don't like it. They think it's, I'm not doing that. And there is a submission that women should do to their husbands, because they are the leaders, and there is a quality of submission that you should do. It doesn't take anything. It doesn't decrease a woman at all, if you really understand how that works and what that is in a relationship.
It's actually value.
Exactly. BU, to your sarcasm, I got to strike back kindly and with love. I don't owe any man who is not my husband any form of submission. I don't have to do that. When I, as a single woman, or a solitary woman, even if I have a spouse and I show up in places and spaces amongst men, I'm coming as a solitary woman, and I'm bringing myself and whatever I have to give and to receive from that place and space. I don't have to give what I give my husband, but I do give men a certain measure still thereof, if you understand that.
Ooh,
I,
I disagree with
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
me
Y'all-
too.
I feel like
Me,
I feel
me
like
too.
relationships are job applications. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
necessarily job
No,
applications.
no. I said to men that are not my husband, I don't give the
Right.
same
Yeah,
submission
but you
to
gotta
as
you
I
gotta
do
do
with
a
my
job
husband.
application.
If we're in a relationship
As
and
I
you say
do.
I'm only going to do this because
What?
I'm your wife and you're not my
No,
wife
no, I'm
yet,
not saying y'all are twisting. You're adding in verbiage. I didn't say that I'm only going to do this because I'm your wife. No, no. I
You're
have
not
respect.
understanding.
No, no,
You're
no,
not
no.
understanding.
I give a certain level of quality of what I give to my husband that other men will not get. Because this is the holy matrimony. This is sacred. You don't get me that way, but my husband does. You understand? So that's all I'm saying.
if you're
I
dating,
don't.
But
I
how will he know
don't.
to marry
if
you
you're
though?
dating somebody,
No,
But how
I
will he know
said
to marry you?
no,
Yeah,
no, no. I'm already married. So if I'm married, I don't have to show up that, I'm not available looking for a husband. I'm saying, I specifically said, I have a husband, in that case, in that scenario.
Yeah, but what I said
Now,
was the single thing. Like I wasn't saying as if you
yeah.
were married.
Oh, okay. Well, even as a single, I have to show up as the woman that I am. I have to be comfortable with that. That's first and foremost. Now, I learned things in the course of that, and sometimes, and I've learned, and I got to pull back a little bit, but that takes having that experience, gaining the lesson, and then allowing for the change if I choose for it to happen. Because sometimes you can block what changes that should happen, you can block them. But also, people, we all have flaws, right? So none of us should be disgruntled or frustrated with one another with our flaws when someone doesn't listen. You got to know your partners. There's a lot of partners who you hear a wife say he don't listen. You hear the man say she don't listen. But then we got to figure out ways of how to get them to listen in the love game. Not through frustration, not by name calling, not by tagging and all of that. It's the same kind of difference with your kids. You repeat to your kids over and over again. And we just have to keep reminded, how do I get this point across to them without the frustration coming out at them? And sometimes, though, you might say, I got to leave it alone because I can't make a change with it. He's always going to do that. Nope, he don't listen on that. Well, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mister, what we got?
All right. How can relationships handle difficult disagreements about terrible spending habits or financial responsibilities?
Transparency. That's my answer.
What's your answer?
Yeah.
Transparency.
Oh, transparency.
That's the best way. That's the best way. Like I ain't got it. Do you got it? That's it.
No, how do you handle you're dealing with a partner who has terrible spending habits? Say you got to say just like you say.
You got to give them an allowance.
You got to
give
just
them an
like
allowance.
I said, like AB said. Y'all went to the vision board. Y'all created a plan, and then in the creation of this plan, now you find out that your partner is having obscene spending habits, preventing y'all from reaching your goal.
Transparency.
I'm gonna
is still
spaz
the
out.
answer. Yeah, transparency is still the answer.
I'm spazzing.
All right, what you got, Montana?
I'm spazzing because you know what I'm saying. Like, I hate that shit with a passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're not gonna sit here and struggle because you don't know how to budget your fucking money or you don't know how to save your goddamn money. Granted, yes, I am the breadwinner. I'm going to make the bread. I'm going to make the money because I was born a fucking provider. I was born a man. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by a man that taught me to be a provider and to take care of a household. So I'm blessed to have that quality. And if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, I give you a prime fucking example right now. I told my lady not to buy some shit, and then she went and bought some shit. And what did I do? I spazzed because why the fuck are you buying that? Well, and in my exact words was, well, I don't want to hear it when you ain't got no money for X, Y, and Z. I don't want to hear this shit because I'm not giving it to you because I told you not to buy it. That's the only way, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that shit, man. At the end of the day, I feel like we at an age now. I'll be 37 in September, so you know what I'm saying. We too old for that. Too fucking old. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. Like bad, horrible spending habits and stuff. That stuff you do in your teenage years and your early 20s. I feel like once you cross over the age of 25 and starting to get into your 30s, you got to have that shit figured out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just constantly blow your money on dumb shit. Or I like to say, blow your money just because you got it. Just because you got it don't mean you gotta spend it.
Right.
And
Honestly.
you know what I'm saying? And we as people, I'm not just gonna single out male or female, we as people have a bad problem with that. Oh, I got $1,000 in my account. Fuck, I'm finna go spend 500 on this. No.
Mhm.
Why are
Keep
you
that.
doing that? Keep that $1,000. You know,
Yeah.
if you can. Now, if it's something that has to be paid, then that's understandable. But
Right.
Mhm.
people really need to start understanding um the difference between needs and wants.
I like
Mm,
that.
there you
Yeah.
go.
If you have bad spending habits, you have to own it. You in a relationship. A partnership, you're not supposed to be fighting against one another. You're fighting for one another if you want to fight. You know, you're fighting with each other or you're to flourish and all these things. So you have to own it. If you know you have a bad spending habit and your partner is saying, hey, listen, this and that, then maybe you have to say, okay, well, here and give up your money. Just give me an allowance to help me to curb my habit. It's just that simple. I mean, stupid is as stupid does. Why you want to keep doing that? You just tearing down the relationship. Why are you in the relationship? Are you in a relationship to tear down? Or are you in a relationship to love and to flourish?
All right. I like it. Maybe you got it. You want to touch on that?
Mm-mm.
He said, Nah, I agree. Like I said, I agree with Lady Alba. So if you ain't pulling your weight, I feel like relationships and partnerships. I want my relationship to be a partnership, right? Where we have a clear understanding of what each other's doing. And I was telling Antonio this earlier today. Like, I work in the IT industry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter what time I went to sleep. But like, I dream about problems that need to be solved. And so I get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's quiet.
Pull a whiteboard out.
It's nobody peeing my phone. You know what I'm saying? I can focus on a solution to a problem that nobody even knows exists. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's adding value to my life, my skill set, and also adding value to the family, right?
Yes.
Or the household that I'm supporting. If you can't understand why I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning and not in the bed, we might have some problems, because you know what I'm saying? I feel like if my lady see me at 3 o'clock in the morning working on a computer, doing something that she knows that I do for a living, she should be like, oh, this nigga's working. Let me go make this nigga a snack or something.
Yeah. What you're saying, AB, is admirable.
Let me make him real calm. I mean, let me put him in the best situation possible, because I already know this. I already know what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I already know what he's trying to do. Because
that's a partner.
the
That's a
vision
partner.
board
Right.
is up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
So I feel like, you know,
That's admirable.
it would be
Truly.
great.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. We go 2 more questions and then we'll go to the fun facts and historical events. This first question is, how can partners support each other personal growth while working towards a common goal?
Well, AB, that what he just said is a good example. His brain is working about not just himself, his whole foundation, the
Yes.
partner, his brain is working. So he's getting up, like he said, no matter what time he go to bed at 1 o'clock, and he said, "Oh, let me map out this plan." And that's why I say it's admirable, because he's thinking about her, and then share this plan with her, and this is what could work. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You think about what works for each one of your family members in your household, and you show up with it, talk about it, implement it, and let's rock.
Type shit. The question was, how can one support the other's personal growth while still pursuing their own growth? That what you said?
Yeah. No, I said
Yeah.
it says, how can partners support each other's personal growth while working towards a common goal? So like, how do I help you individually while still maintaining our goals together type shit?
Mm. Easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, like for me being a trucker, you know what I'm saying? It may sound crazy, but you know, the lady used to make me, you know, she used to meal prep for me. Um, so that you know, it helped me out, but it also supported our common goal of saving money because I didn't spend money for food on the road. I had food in the truck. I had food in the refrigerator. You know, little stuff like that. And then like, you know, my lady, she's a baker. You know, she makes all type of cakes and all this stuff like that. So me, you know what I'm saying, I'll either, you know, send her customers or, you know, different stuff like that so that she can make some money for herself, but also make some money for the collective and the household. So
Absolutely. I like those answers. Be you.
Yeah.
Transparency again.
No. I think what's the question? How can partners support each other's personal growth while trying to get to the common goal? Okay. I think it starts with you and then like, okay, like let's say we make a goal together. Or and then you know it starts with you because I'm continuing my goal. I'm supporting you by doing what we plan to do. I'm continuing my goal and everything. I'm focused on that. So that should make you want to do the same thing with the goal you made, you know, and vice versa. Me with whoever. But yeah, and it's like it's support, and that's the most thing is supporting them, and then transparency.
There it is. Yes.
Not, but no, real shit though. Like if we made a goal together, and I'm trying to meet this common goal, and you see me working towards this, it should automatically make you want to do the same thing that I'm doing.
You know, I like what you said, BU.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? If I see my girl, like for me, if I see my partner doing the best that she can, that motivates me to do the best that I can. And we should be like in a relationship, we should be each other's motivation, right?
Right.
If I see you busting your ass taking care of the kids, and I know I've been busting my ass at work or whatever the case may be. I want to come home and help you relieve some of that stress, baby. What can I do? Like,
Right.
let me take something off of your back for a little bit. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? She might be like looking at him and be like, "Oh, he come home, he helped me out. Let me make sure his meal is ready for tomorrow before he go to work."
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that motivates both of y'all because he's
Amen.
looking at it like she got my back. She's looking at it like he got my back. And y'all just, you know what I'm saying?
I love
Y'all
Right.
just working. Like,
Y'all
Yeah.
just work it. Yeah, I love it. I love how you paint
What-
that visual picture there, AB.
it.
What you got for me,
Honestly.
Lady Alva?
I was just thinking from what BU and AB said, and AB saying about coming home from work. There's a lot of couples who have struggled with that, probably still do today. You know, and men, when they come home, they don't pitch in, they don't ask that question. They don't think it's necessary. When you go to work, you get breaks at work. You get, you get your 2 15-minute breaks, you get your lunchtime. When you at home, you don't get none of that. You really don't. Unless now, if it's children involved, a woman who's a homemaker with the children are napping, if they're still at that age to have naps, then she might get a break. But 9 times out of 10, that's not even a break because it's another task that she needs to finish off while they're sleeping. So it's only fair that that man come home and ask your wife, "Can I help you? What can I do?" You just want to let me do that for you. And you sit down, or whatever. This is what I want to say. When I dip, you dip. When you dip, I dip. We dip together. That's it.
I'll put my hand up on my hip.
Right here.
And then
When
we
I
dip,
dip,
we
you
dip.
dip, we dip.
Let's go.
Let's hear that last question, man. The drink kicking in.
Yes,
Yeah, hey,
sir. Yes,
I got
sir.
the weed pen right here. Hey, I'm lit.
He said, "I'm
Last
lit."
question, let's run it. Yeah, I'm
All right,
lit.
last question is to close out. What advice would you give a new couple just starting to merge their finances?
Who?
Have a joint pot and an individual pot.
Don't do it.
Have a joint
you know, I
pot
was like,
and
hey,
an
I agree with you,
individual
Montana.
pot.
Don't do it. Don't do that. That's
Don't do it.
that's a little straight. That's a little
Don't
straight.
do
Hey,
it because
me and Mr. was talking about this earlier today. You know what I'm saying?
don't do it because I say don't do it just simply because for one you have to find out what
Who they
type of
are.
what type of financial person this person is.
Yeah.
Because if you got, I'm just gonna throw it. Let's say you just got $5,000 in your account. You've been working your ass to save that $5,000, and then you go check your account and you got 4,500 spent on some bullshit. You going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
You say you going to jail.
I mean, let me stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't encourage no type of domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? But still, though, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? That's you be
you
pissed
know,
off.
you be pissed the fuck off. You feel me? So like, I personally would say don't do it until you know exactly what type of person you are dealing with financially. And even then, I agree with Lady Alpha. Have a joint, but still have your own account on the side. And then with that joint account, you choose how much money you want to put up in there. You know what I'm saying? Still have your direct deposit or however you getting paid come to your regular account. And then you can, you know what I'm saying, you can move money over. You can Zelle yourself. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, me. I got a business account, I got a regular checking account, and I got a savings account. All my direct deposit goes to my business account. I personally pay myself from my business account. You know what I'm saying? And I let the business account do what it do. And you know what I'm saying, and so on and so on. So that's what I would tell new couples when it comes to merging finances. Don't do it till you know who the hell you're dealing with.
I agree with that.
Can I say this? It sounds like Montana. I mean, you never get to know who someone is. You know, you're always learning who, because we all evolve. So you never get to know everything. So if you in a relationship and you don't know core things about a person, then maybe you jump ship too soon, or maybe you didn't ask proper questions to
You
find
keep
out.
saying that, but people change over time, all right? And
First,
then once
first
again, like I said, you may people lie, and you may still be blinded. So you won't never really know until you go through some shit what that person is hitting on, what they are capable of.
That
that-
that's
and,
true,
and
but
this,
you know,
and
that's
this
where
is
we go to love conquers all. You know, when you
Hey,
get
what
with
you
a
got? What?
partner, you're
Hey,
taking on
AB,
the responsibility of one another
I would say
and
there's
all
AB,
some
that
what you
comes
got?
with it.
there's
What
some
you got,
key
AB?
there's some key indicators when it comes to like for me, there's a couple of key indicators. Like I told you, when I get into a relationship, one of the first things I do is try to establish some type of direction. If we're in a relationship, we don't have to be married yet. I don't need
Right.
to know your finances personally. I don't want to know your finances personally. But what I do want to know is that we can set goals together and achieve those goals together. And so
Right.
we'll set something short term. I set something short term for us, right? We'll set some short term because, like I said, that communication that we have, that the conversation is building off of, what we bring. Yeah, people don't like that, but what we both bring to the table.
Yeah.
And so we'll set goals based off of what we bring to the table. If you can't meet those
Right.
goals, not necessarily financially, I don't expect to be sharing my financials with you.
Right.
And because it doesn't make any sense. Like
Right.
I can't trust you to follow a plan if you don't follow the plan.
Right.
Yes.
Honestly, hey,
And
honestly,
it can be something small, right? So like, you know, I feel like, life is like, I don't want to use
A box of
quote that I
chocolate.
heard from Forrest Gump, but life is like a box of chocolates, nigga. Like you don't really know what you're gonna get
Right.
until
Don't.
you take that first bite. So
Mm-hmm.
to what Montana was saying, it's hard to really base a person off of what they say and just to communicate. I think communication is it's the perfect way to do that, but you have to put that communication through some type of trials and tribulations, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
not necessarily trying to make the person feel lesser than or feel bad about some certain stuff, but create a goal and see if you can achieve that small goal together before you start opening up your bank account
Yes.
to being able to trust that person.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. I agree with everything that everyone has said. My advice to a couple that is just starting to merge their financial or their finances would be this. We already spoke on it, and BU done used the word to death, but I have to use it here. If you're gonna merge and y'all want to start thinking that y'all gonna do things and set goals and have plans together, that vision board has to be in place, like AB said, and then we got to be transparent with one another, like BU has spoke on earlier. Like I have to be open and honest with everything that I have going on financially. Because how are we merging finances and I have this debt over here, or I got these obligations over here financially. I'm not bringing that to the table. But we
Right.
speaking on finances. You know what I mean? So transparency has to be the key component when we bring in or trying to merge anything together. And then we have to have a goal. What are we merging our monies for? What's the purpose? You know what I mean? So, and I absolutely agree that Lady Alba said, if we're going to have a joint account, we need to have individual ones as well.
Mhm.
Absolutely. But before we close out in typical fashion, Lady Alva, you want to go through those fun facts and celebrity birthdays for today?
I can't do it tonight because my cough is gonna come in between.
All right, no problem. I'm gonna run through them.
Mhm.
Fun facts and historical art events for today. St. Patrick's Day, number one, y'all. Yeah.
Hey,
Mark.
and I got on my green.
And I ain't got no
Hey,
green on the show.
I'm pitching all y'all niggas. Hey, I got a green. And
Hey,
I got
look.
a green weed pen. Weed pen. Come on now.
We said we was going to look up what St. Patrick's Day actually meant or where
We
it
did
derived from,
talk about that.
but
Yeah.
I never actually looked up the guy St. Patrick, so I'm gonna have to look him up because we might be celebrating somebody's evil person.
Yes.
It says March 17th is celebrated as St. Patrick's Day, inspiring countless artistic representation of Irish folklores and culture. The birth of a movement. In 1885, the first art show dedicated to the Impressionist movement was held in Paris, showcasing the revolutionary works of artists known as Monet and was that how you pronounce that? Renoir? Renier?
Let's call it Renier. Yeah.
We'll call it Renier. Probably saying it all wrong. It's probably something French. Famous portrait in 1917, Pablo Picasso completed his famous portrait, The Woman with the Straw Hat, showcasing her in the district of the Cubic style. How about that shit? Art and politics. In 1930, Diego Rivera, his mural, The Man on the Crossroad, was controversially destroyed for its public political content and sparking debates on art censorship. I want to see that picture. I want to see what he depicted and why they destroyed it. The Armory Show. The Armory Show was introduced in American audience in the modern arts, opened in New York in March 17 and 1913. Founded in the Royal Academy in 1768, the Royal Academy of Arts was founded in London, becoming the key institute of British art scene. The birth of a legend. In March 17th, the March 17th marks the birth of the popular American artist Andrew. I don't know how you say that last name. Wyeth, maybe saying that wrong. But Andrew Wyeth from 1917, he was known for his realistic color work in the tempera painting. Art installations. In 1973, the groundbreaking installation of The Dinner Party by Judy Chicago was first exhibited, exploring feminist themes through art. Street art movement. March 17, 1980, saw the emergence of the street art movement in New York City, which artists like Keith Haring gained prominence. Digital art evolution. In 2000, the first significant digital art expedition was held in the Museum of Modern Arts, highlighting the growth of the intersection of technology and art. Celebrity birthdays. Andrew Jackson, that's one of our presidents. He was the 7th president, owned slaves as well. Known for his controversial policies and strong leadership style. That's where they get Jacksonville named from down there in Florida, Andrew Jackson, y'all. Natasha Bedington-Field. I'm saying that right, hope so. British singer-songwriter famous for her hits The Unwritten and Pocket Full of Sunshine, known for her uplifting pop music. Rob Lowe, he is an American actor known for his roles in The Wild Wild West, The Park and Resurrection, and various films throughout the 80s and the 90s. Shamrock Rover, founded in 1901, the Irish Football Club, has become a significant part of the Irish sport culture, celebrated for its rich history. Kurt Russell, acclaimed American actor known for his work in the films The Escape from New York and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Penny Marshall, American actress and filmmaker known for her role in the TV show Laverne and Shirley, directed by Big. Excuse me, and directing Big. Sorry. John McEnroe. I think that's how you say that. John McEnroe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Former world #1 tennis player.
I got you, McEnroe, on that one.
McEnroe. There you go. John McEnroe. He was the former #1 tennis player and now sports commentator, known for his furious temperament on and off the court. David Beckham, retired English professional footballer or soccer player, global celebrity, known for his time at the Manchester United and the various fashion ventures. Gina, go ahead, Lady Alva, what you got?
Lola Brigida. Lola Brigida.
Gina Lola Brigida. There we go. Italian actress and photojournalist, one of the leading actresses in the 1950s and the 1960s, recognized for her beauty and her talent. And one of my favorite rappers, Common, birthday today. Yeah, American rapper and actor known for his thoughtful lyrics and roles in Selma and John Wick 2, Chapter 2. Yeah, shouts out to Common. Shouts out to all of our March 17th birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Before we get up out of here, man, we're going to go around the table. Anybody got something positive to say to the people before we close out, gang?
I got something to say. Hey, my shoulder hurt. I think I broke my shoulder. I ain't gonna lie to you. shit been hurting. But hey, I got something to say. The best behavior is change.
Change behavior. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like that. AB, man, what you got for the people before we close out, man?
I was gonna say something funny.
You can say something funny, man. It ain't always got to be serious.
Hey, look, don't take relationship advice from me.
Hey, AB, you single?
Single.
That boy's a fool. Montana, what you got for the people before we close out, G?
Damn. How can what I'm about to say? Be a man, not an ATM.
God damn! Hold on.
I like that one.
He said, be
I
a
got
man,
I got right that one.
not an ATM.
I like that
man. Oh man.
I
Damn
like
it,
that
boy.
one.
Lady Alva, what you got for the people before we close out, love?
First of all are worthy. Know that. Men and women.
Yes.
Know your mode and cultivate your mode.
Know your mode and cultivate
before
your
you
mode.
bring it to the fold.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all
Yes,
you got,
ma'am.
Lady Alva? Okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
All right.
We appreciate you listeners and you the watchers and our viewers, man. We appreciate all that. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Art for Change podcast and go to our Art for Change, the official Art for Change podcast on Instagram, where we got some discounts for you if you go to our highlight section. In our highlight section, you will find Molly Bees. Molly Bees has some very delicious artisan cookies, and she want to give them away to you for 10% off her entire website. So you can go to Molly B's website. The cookies come between like 3 to 2 days. They are very inexpensive. They are very delicious. Highly recommended. 10% off for all of Art for Change listeners. All you have to do is make sure that Art for Change is in the promo on checkout. The best way to do that is to go to our Instagram page, find the highlight where it says Molly B's, and the promo will already be in there. Same thing with Old Glory. OldGlory.com is a website for all different type of graphic tees and memorabilia for any type of team or fan base that you may have. Your best celebrity or your favorite team is on there. I promise you. They have over 30,000 items to choose from. They're giving you the entire catalog for 15% off. Just make sure Art for Change is in the promo on checkout. If you love water and oxygenated water, you can go to Patriot Water. They give you about, I think they are the 32-liter bottles of water. They come straight to your door in nice cases. Best water in town. Patriot Water is holding it down, 10% off their entire website. Art for Change is in the promo on checkout, baby. Until next time, don't forget, baby, we are the best show on the planet. You don't never know who we're going to have here with us. We always may have some type of professional, some type of artist, and sometimes we just be kicking it like ourselves like we did today. But to close out and to give you something positive, man, my thing is to love yourself and to value yourself. When you love yourself and when you value yourself, when you love yourself unconditionally, you're not going to let nobody else mistreat you or mislove you. When you value yourself unconditionally and you know your worth, you're not going to let nobody else devalue you. And that's what I'm going to close out with, baby. Peace and love, gang. And if you're going to art, you better be arting for change.
Peace and love.
Peace.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.